I just want to let you know that if you are a citizen or if you have positive citizenship status in Lithuania, you can move and live in more than 30 different countries. I am not talking about permanent residency here. I'm not talking about maybe student visas here. I'm not talking about, because for student visas, you are only permitted to move into 26 or 27 countries and live for maximum 30 days. But if you are a citizenship, if you have citizenship status in Lithuania, then you can live in 30 or more different countries. Guys, today's video, I want to talk about how you are going to study in Lithuania. I will not be mixing this video with proof of funds and visa documents. This is going to be a video on how to apply for universities in Lithuania with an example of a university that is open for you to do an application. Then I will equally talk on how the application is run, or how you can run the application and the programs available at both master's and bachelor's degree level. Then I will equally talk about how accommodation functions, and I will talk about some of the steps that you need to take. Remember, as a student in Lithuania, you are permitted to work full-time, all right? If you can work 40 hours a week, you are permitted to work full-time. But as a student, I would say that you shouldn't be working full-time because it may interfere with your academics, and at the end of the day, you may have issues. Though you are not going to have issues with anybody, but I want to tell you that this country of 2 or 2 million and above inhabitants is not a country that is going to disturb you as an international student. Guys, if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you so much for joining the channel today. If you didn't know, please understand that Lithuania is a member of the European Union, and if you want to migrate to the Lithuania, know that you can move to Paris, you can move to Germany, you can move to Hungary and stay there for as long as you want, but not more than 30 days. All right, you can take a trip if you want. The visa that is going to be given to you, you can use it to migrate to other 26 or 27 Schengen states, all right, or European Union countries. Just know it that way. Now, if you have a certificate from Lithuania, understand that this certificate is recognized all over. This is benefit number one of living in Lithuania. The visa you are going to get, I already talked about it. You are going to be moving from, you can move, not like you are going to be moving, you can move from Lithuania and visit other countries, more than 20 within the EU, all right? Then also understand that as a student in Lithuania, you can take maybe short courses or maybe other courses in other countries, all right? That is termed Erasmus scholarships, all right? Or Erasmus programs. You can take, if you don't want to study in your university for full time, you can go maybe take an Erasmus program in another country. And this way, it makes the process very easy for you as an international student. And also understand that certificates, like I told you, are recognized in Lithuania. There are some countries in Europe that, if you don't know, let me not say in Europe, there are some countries that, if you don't know, certificates in these countries are not recognized, even if you study in those countries. So you have to be careful. Now, if you must apply to this university I will be talking about, you should know that application is going to end on the 1st of June if you want to start studies by September. But do not apply by June. Make sure you apply by April, May maximum, so that if you are admitted, you start processing your visa stuff or your visa application, because it is another hurdle. Appointments at embassies are another hurdle, all right? Most of the times, remember, you are not the only one applying to this university. Therefore, you have to be fast in whatsoever you are doing. Now, let's take a look at how you are going to apply to this university in Lithuania. And before we continue, what is the name of the university? The name of the university is called Kazimieras Simonavičius University in Vilnius. This university has bachelor's programs in English, master's program in English. So if you are looking for any of them, then this is the time for you to move, all right, or to start the application. But first, make sure you listen to what I'm going to say. Remember, there is no IELTS score that you need in order to study in this university. So this is something you should put at the back of your mind. A lot of people will be like, Milton, I don't have the Ielts certificate. What should I do? Are they universities? This is a school for you to apply without the Ielts exam. Okay. Now, for you to do the application in this university, let's talk about the application before I will talk about programs available. Now, application begins online, and for you to fill online, you have to fill the online application. When you finish filling the online application, what are you going to be filling? You just need to fill details on your names, your surname, the programs you are selecting, or the program you want to apply to. After you finish with that, remember, before you even start the filling of the application online, of the online application, you equally need, it is your duty to check country specific requirements. All right, not all countries have the same requirements. Some countries will say that if you have high school certificate, add this other document to it. Meanwhile, some other countries will say just your high school certificates are enough. But before I continue, these are the list of documents you need to apply to this university. If you are applying for a bachelor's degree program, know that you need your basic high school documents, your O levels, your advanced level, your baccalaureate if you are from Cameroon or Francophone countries. Then those from English countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, you equally need to submit your WAEC certificate. Remember, your scratch card should be attached to it. Your WSET certificate, scratch card attached to it. And of course, if you have any other certificate, attach the relevant, if the certificate is going to be verified, make sure you attach the relevant passwords or whatsoever that is associated with the verification process, okay, to make the application process quickly or early or fast. You understand? Then when you attach all of this, like I was explaining to you, if you want to apply for a master's program, you are going to attach these same documents. Then in addition to your bachelor's degree certificate and the transcript, remember the transcript is very important more than the certificate. Someone was asking me if she can submit just her certificate and forget the transcript, and I told her, look, your certificate is not even important. Your transcript is very important because it shows the number of courses you have been studying for the previous years, okay? So you attach your certificate. Then if you are studying, if you want to apply for a PhD, you need to also attach these documents alongside your master's degree transcript and the attestation or your diploma or the certificate, all right? So this is what you need to do. Now, there are other qualifications, like maybe there are additional documents like the CV. You may be asked to submit your CV, or you may be asked to submit maybe recommendation letters or maybe motivation letters. But remember, you need to write a motivation letter in some universities, but in this particular university, I do not think there is anything like a motivation letter. All right, I have not done application in this university before, but it looks pretty straightforward. All right, a lot of people have contacted me. They have told, in fact, a lot of people told me that they already have admissions letters and they are just looking forward to apply for visa. All right, in another video, I will talk about visa documents and the proof of funds that you need to study in Lithuania. So please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button below and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that when I post the next video, you should also watch. If you didn't know, my name is Milton Fonkwa, guys. Now, how to apply to this university? Like I already told you, online application first. After you check this country-specific requirements, the other option you need, when you fill the online, you now have to attach all these documents I list here. Remember, your international passport must be among the documents you are filling on the online, or you are going to attach online, because someone was telling me that she doesn't have a passport. You cannot apply to universities in Europe. Start by getting a passport. All right, your passport is there. Since there is no Ielts exam, you don't need it. You don't need it to attach to the online application. All right, please make sure you get strong academic certificates. Let me state this here again. If you are above 34 years, do not apply again for bachelor's degree in Lithuania. If you are above 35, 36, 37, go straight to PhD programs. Do not apply for masters, otherwise you will not get the admissions. Please, I'm just explaining this here so that you know what you are going to do. Why are you not going to get the admissions? Because admissions, or let me say admissions teams, or maybe when universities are picking students for to come and study in their country, especially international students, they already have this notion that most students don't like to go to school. So they will make sure that they pick those that they know are very okay. And sometimes they will look at you if your academic gap is like maybe 2 or 3 years, it is a call for concern for them. So they might be feeling reluctant to pick you to study the program. So this is the main reason, all right? Otherwise, you can still attach a document to prove that you have been working, or maybe you have been doing some extracurricular activities. And also, when you are attaching these documents, first of all, I will encourage you to write the department, send them an email. Don't ask me because I don't work with them. All right, as a disclaimer, this is just an educational video. I'm just doing this video to educate you. It is not sponsored. All right, I'm not an agent to this university, so you should know this. Now, we have talked about how you are going to do the application. When you finish attaching your documents, what next do you do? The next stage now is the interview. All right, if they see that you are qualified, they will call you for an interview. The interview may be on Skype or on Zoom. It all depends on where it's going to take place. Then after that, they will ask you to make payment. In case you are going to be accepted, you'll be asked to make payment of first deposit and probably a registration fee. All right, that is the last stage. And when you make payment, remember you have to make payment for the 1 full year. I want to elaborate this because other students were asking me if they can pay part of the tuition fee and probably pay part when they arrive in Lithuania. No, this particular university I'm talking about, Kazimieras Simonavičius University in Vilnius, they specifically said that you have to make payment for 1 full tuition year. That is, you pay tuition fee, you pay your tuition fee for 1 whole year. All right, if your program is 1.5 years, your program is 2.5, 3.5, you have to pay 1 year first, and they will give you the amount. And most of the times, the amount of the tuition fee per year is the amount you are going to pay. I'm still coming to that. All right. So after you do this, then your admissions letter will come to you. But again, you will now move to the visa application stage. But remember, I have not mentioned which are the programs available in this university, and I've not equally talked about accommodation. Before I talk about the programs available, let me quickly run through accommodation so that you know. Accommodation in most Lithuanian universities, please always pay attention to the fact that if you want to take accommodation, especially if you're an international student and it is your first time of moving abroad, always make sure that you take accommodation on campus. All right, it is always good to take on-campus accommodation, and on-campus accommodation will cost you around maybe 190 euros to like 300 euros. It depends on which one you are choosing. You may decide to choose an accommodation that you will live with other people on campus in your room. All right, because the lower your accommodation, the lower the number of people. If you can decide to live with a lot of people in the room, your accommodation will drop more. But I will not advise you to live in a room with more than 2 people. That is making yourself 3 people in the room, because sometimes there is disorganization, a lot of noise. You all know, because you are coming from different nationalities and backgrounds. You don't know who is who, different religions, different cultures. You don't know who is who. So always try to go for accommodation that only you yourself and another person, or maximum 2 persons, will be in the room. All right, and in this case, you should be budgeting, like I said, 190 euros to like 230, 250, 300 euros. However, there are other apartments or other accommodation types that you can select. Maybe you can decide to go for a studio. It may cost you now from 500 to like 800, 900 euros a month. It all depends. Like I said, standard is very important. You have to select what you need. That is how accommodation is. All right, and always remember that sometimes before you move outside, you have to sign contracts, all right, for accommodation. And again, when you are moving out of the school campus, you have to sign your contract or cancel the contract before you can go to another accommodation. Remember, this is abroad. This is not Africa, all right? So you have to take special note about that. Now, let's take a look at the documents, or let's say we already talked about the documents. Let's talk about the programs available. BSc programs available at this university in Lithuania include 1, aviation management. For aviation management is a 3 years program, and it is done in class. All right, you are going to be studying for 3.5 years, and it is done in Vilnius. The campus is in Vilnius. So if you are a student who have aviation, or you want to study aviation management, of course, apply to this school. I told you application deadline is June 1st, right? Then the tuition fee is 3,000 euros. So that is something you should note. Another program that you are going to study, which is still a bachelor's degree program, is aviation management as well. All right, I think there are two of them now. I don't know, but you have to check which one. No, this program is not aviation management again. It is now business management. This one is 3.5 years and is 3,000 euros. Aviation management, the fee is not 3,000 euros. It is rather 5,600, and you are going to be studying it for probably 2 years. All right. All these programs are taught in English language, so please check the website. I will put it in the video description box for you. All right. Then the next program you are going to study is business entrepreneurship and management. All right. Another program you can study for at BSc level is fashion industry. This one is also 3.5 years. Then you also have digital marketing for also 3.5 years. So these are the bachelor's degree programs available at this particular university. I have a friend who got a visa last year to migrate to Lithuania to this university. All right, so you can equally try. It is not difficult that way. It is a private school, I guess, but of course it is worth it if you move to Lithuania. Before you know, your life will change. This is a fact. All right. Then the master's degree programs now that you are going to be studying in Lithuania at this particular university include business management. It is 1.5 years, all right, and it's going to be taught in English language, 90 ECTS credit units, and the tuition fee is 4,500 euros. You equally have European law, and for you to study this particular program, European law, you need to have a bachelor's degree in law. All right, and the European law is 1.5 years, 3,500 euros as well. Like I already explained to you, you need to have a bachelor's degree in law. It is very, very important. Remember, there are simple stages to submit application to this school. Fill the online application form, upload your documents, submit the application, go for the online interview, then you make payments and you apply for visa. Remember, when applying for visas, check the information on this particular website, the school website that says embassies, and of course there is a link there that will take you to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Check that as well, and check if you need SKVC. When you are given the admissions, ask the university about SKVC. SKVC is the center or a body in Lithuania that is in charge of evaluating foreign diplomas. All right, Latvia also has theirs. All right, then other countries equally have theirs. So speak with the university to see what is going to happen. All right, so this is the end of the video. I also want to tell you that please, visa application should be done early. If you want to apply and move to Lithuania, start visa application early. The embassy in Abuja is also congested. So if you are from Cameroon, of course, you already know that you have to go to Egypt or South Africa. All right. For those of you who have been facing problems with visa application to other countries, please try to, if you have many admissions letters, because Portugal is not open, I don't know why. Latvia is also disturbing, I don't know why. So you may try to reconsider your stance. All right. Like I said, visa appointments are so difficult nowadays to get, so you have to start the process very early. I hope this video helps you. My name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you so much for watching our video. Till we meet again in another one.